this is per Josh Newman on this, and he is a beat writer for Utah, like from the Salt Lake Tribune, as a journalist. Last night on the Coach's Show, Kyle Whittington pumped up Nate Johnson and the job he's done since Brandon Rose went down. Johnson is getting more reps and opportunities since the Rose injury. Whittingham and Andy Ludwig, the OC, have both recently said that Johnson has made the most of it. And this is like what Whittingham had to say about Bill last night to Bill Riley, and he did say, keep in mind when he says they'll have a story out by Friday, he meant QB2 between Barnes and Johnson, and will be decided by Friday as the game looms. Like, Nate Johnson has come out as on really come on as of late the last 10 to 12 days, and really is pushing for that job if Cam is not available. We have not given up on Cam yet, but Bryson Barnes and Nate Johnson are essentially locked in the dead heat right now. We've still got 7 to 8 practices to go before we line up and play, so we'll have to sort that out definitely by Friday. It's going to Cam if he's healthy, I guarantee you that. If Cam doesn't get the clearance, then right now it's a toss-up. Of course, we all know Cam Rising's been limited in practice, and Brandon Rose got hurt in a scrimmage, so they're down to technically 4 healthy QBs, including a walk-on. Like 3 of those are freshmen, a redshirt freshman, and then 1 junior in Bryson Barnes. And Whittingham did say on Monday that, sort of in the jest, that they're willing to wait up to 10 minutes till game time to decide on a QB for the opener. And that's probably not going to happen according to Josh Newman here, but yeah, they're willing to push it a little further than they would like for Rising. And he did say that Josh Newman did say, based on what's been said a number of times, the soft deadline to have Rising cleared and getting fully on board for the opener is late this week, Thursday or Friday. At some point, you have to have a cut off, because you only have so many practices left to knock the rust off. Well, it makes a lot of sense to have a cutoff date, because at that point you need to know who your QB1 or QB2 is, and not try to rush back Cam Rising, because you know the last thing you need to do is to rush a guy and he gets hurt again right away or doesn't perform well, especially when he's not like facing any defenders right now. Like, yes, he's working on his mechanics, like his footwork, but like dodging defenders or running, evading defenders left or right, or moving forward a bit, or just running straight up, that's a just different story. And you know that line against Florida right now has decreased some. It was like at 10 points at the beginning, a while back. Then it's decreased some, and now up to this point it's gone down to 4.5 points. And the game is a week from tomorrow at 7 p.m. on ESPN between Utah and Florida. So we'll have to wait and see if Cam Rising gets cleared. Obviously, if he gets cleared, there's still going to be some rust, I would think. And it's a game that, if there's no Cam Rising, who knows what's going to happen against Florida. I would still think Utah wins the game, but I am not positive on that, because I get Florida is not that great, and they beat Utah last year, but that was with a quarterback at Florida that's no longer there. I mean, that's the truth. And it was in Gainesville. I mean, at Florida at that, in the swamp. And that temperature and humidity hurt them a bit because it's a long trip from Utah to Florida. So, luckily they play at home this time. But what we're gonna know what's gonna really happen in terms of like week 2 potentially after the week 1 game, possibly, because if Cam Rising doesn't play against Florida, he might not play against Baylor, might not. But even if he does, he's going to be a little bit rusty, and his movement is not going to be just right either. So that's just a little bit of not really. It's more like currently what's going on for Utah in that quarterback room. Anyways, if you like this content, like and subscribe, and see you guys learn. Find us, guys. We're on the road to it. Let's go.